Hey guys, welcome back. I know it's been a while. Outlaw Star 107 here, and I've been pretty busy with work. I just started working as a pharmacist, and I'm doing a bunch of overnights, and my whole schedule is just messed up. So I got a lot of cool stuff to show you guys. I'll get right to it. Now, usually I don't show my modern pickups because I like to keep the channel more focused on the retro, but this one is Neo Geo related, so I got King of Fighters 13 for the PS3. Really enjoying it so far. I was a little disappointed with number 12, but this is a really great one. And the pre-order came with this really cool soundtrack. I haven't even opened it yet, but I've seen some videos on it, and it looks pretty awesome. Also, just for this game, I picked up this Neo Geo Stick 2 for the PS3, and it doesn't freaking work. There's no support for third-party USB sticks that do not have a home button, on the PS3 at least. I don't know what's going on with the 360, but I bought this thing just to play this game and it does not work, so a little disappointed with that, but hopefully there will be an update, soon to fix that. So I was freaking pissed. I spent $100 on that. Next I'll go into my Sega Saturn pickups. Been looking for this for a while, Sega Saturn memory card for a good deal. I finally found it in the box. You really need one of these if you have more than 5 games. Some of these games take up a lot of space on the actual unit, and if the battery dies, then you're gonna lose all your data. So you don't want that to happen. Only one US pickup, and that is Sonic R. And not really the best game, but has really great music, and I've been seeing a lot of videos and people talk about it, so I found a good deal and picked it up, and I think it was worth it. And now for some more imports. I'll start with some shoot 'em ups. Been looking for this one for a long time. Twinkle Star Sprites, which is a great game. It's awesome multiplayer. It's on the Neo Geo also. Me and my friend spent about 3 hours playing multiplayer the other day. Definitely a great game. If you could find it, pick it up. Next we got Thunder Force 5, another one I've been looking for a while. Really great game. I've never actually played any of the other Thunder Force games. From what I hear, I think Thunder Force 4 is the best, but this one's really fun and I'm enjoying it. Next, if you played any of the Gradius games or any of the old school Konami shooters, you would sure you would enjoy this. This is Proteus Da Deluxe Pack. It has 2 games in one. 2 of the older Proteus games. I think they're also on the PC Engine, but a great game. And here's the sequel. I think it's an exclusive to the Sega Saturn. It's called Sexy Proteus, and this is another awesome one. I like it better than the Deluxe Pack. Really great game. This one I've seen people talk about it on Racket Boy, and it was recommended, so I picked it up. Assault Suit Lanos 2. Haven't got a chance to actually try it out yet. I just got it yesterday and I had work, but definitely looking forward to trying that one out. And then I got some 2D fighters to add to the collection. This one's called Asuka 120% Burning Fest, and it's pretty good. It's an all-girl beat-em-up. Pretty combo heavy. It only has, I think, 2 or 3 buttons to do attacks, but it's pretty fun. I haven't tried it out in multiplayer yet, but I'm looking forward to doing that. That one's also been ported to multiple systems. It's on the PC Engine. I think it's on the PS1 also. Here's another one, Groove on Fight, and this is a pretty unique tag-based fighter. It has some really weird-ass characters, but I'm enjoying it. Here's another Neo Geo classic. On the Neo Geo it's called Karnov's Revenge, but on the Saturn it's called Fighter's History Dynamite. And definitely cheaper to get on the Saturn. It's pretty cheap on the Neo Geo too, but I don't know, figured I'd have it on the Saturn. It's a Street Fighter ripoff, but it has some pretty unique elements to the gameplay, like weak spots. Here's another great game, Fire Pro Wrestling, 6-man scramble. Definitely a fun multiplayer game, out of control, 6 people in the ring at the same time. Classic. And last but not least for the Saturn, I picked up House of the Dead, the Japanese import, because the American release is getting freaking expensive for some reason. But it's not a great port even, but it's a good shooter if you have the gun and you know you can play multiplayer. Fun stuff. Alright, let's move on to, I got some Neo Geo MVS pickups. And like in my other videos, I just purchased some shock boxes from southtownhomebrew.com. I can put the link down below. We got The Art of Fighting 3, which is a pretty good game. I mean, the graphics are nice and the gameplay is alright, but it's not my favorite fighter, you know. It's worth checking out if you're a fan of the Art of Fighting series, though. Next, we have one of the most expensive AES or home releases, but I got it on the MVS for real cheap. That is Kizuna Encounter. And it's a pretty good game. I like it. Been enjoying it. It's a tag battle game where you got to use some kind of strategy, you know, to tag in and out. And once one opponent dies, the game is over. Next up, we have King of Fighters 2003. And I bought this one also because it's not included on my 101 multi-cart. So this is the only one I was missing, 2000 and 2003. So now I have all of them. If you count the multi-cart, which I do, because you know I just want to play these games. I'm not worried about having the box sit on the shelf. And my last Neo Geo pickup is Metal Slug 5, and that was also because it's not included on the multi-cart. So now I have 1 through 5 and the X, and there's also a 6, but I'm pretty sure that's just a hack of something. I don't know. I don't know if there is actually a Metal Slug 6. Alright, also Neo Geo related, I found this pretty cheap in my local game store. Excuse me. And that was the Neo Geo Pocket Color with Sonic in the box. You know, it's very nice condition, came with all the paperwork and everything. And I like this console a lot. I'm surprised I never got it, but it's really awesome. Here's the actual system. It has a nice stick, as you can hear. It's a clicky stick like the Neo Geo sticks. 2 buttons. It has some great games. I only have 3 games right now. The Sonic that came with it, and they also had Metal Slug second mission, so I picked that up. And it's pretty fun. Definitely not as good as the Metal Slugs on the Neo Geo, but it's a fun little diversion. And a lot of people swear by this game over here. I've been enjoying it as well. It's King of Fighters, or SNK versus Capcom, I think, Match of the Millennium. It has some pretty good gameplay for a handheld. And it still holds up pretty well to this day, you know. I'm enjoying it. Alright, what should we do next? I got 2 new system pickups in the last month or 2, which I will show you. Start with this over here. This is Panasonic's release. I think it came out in the early 90s. 3do, and I found this real cheap at another local store also. This is the FZ1 model. It's not the first CD-based system, but one of the first. You know, it came out after the FM Towns Marty and after the PC Engine Duo and the TurboGrafx CD. But I'm not going to start collecting for this system or anything, but it's easily, you know, moddable. You don't even need to mod it, actually. It has no CD protection, so you can just, you know, download the games and play them right on there. And it has some pretty good games like Star Control 2 and a really great port of Street Fighter 2 and Samurai Showdown 1. And what's unique about the controllers, I thought was pretty cool. There's only one controller slot, if you look here. Getting confused here, right here. One controller slot, but the controller is actually daisy chained together, so I'll show you right here. 1 second. So each controller has this port up top here where you can add another controller to it, and I'm not sure what the limit is or what the maximum amount of players is, but that's a pretty unique thing. So yeah, I didn't buy any games for that, but I've played a lot of games. I've downloaded a bunch of them, and it's a great system. Finally, after watching Futurematt5's channel and Dankss and the battle of their Super Systems video, I just had to pick this up. I couldn't resist anymore. I've been looking at it for a while, and here it is. It's the PC Engine Duo R from Japan. This one was refurbished by a guy named D-lite, or he's on the Neo Geo forums, and you can find him all over the place. But he's awesome, man. He modded this thing. It plays US and Japanese view cards by moving the switch around over here. Up is for Japanese and down is for US. He also modded it with a S-video output, so the quality is just great, man. It's awesome. A lot of good games for this. Now, this system, you can also download the CD games. They're region-free, and you could just play backups, you know. But I'm trying to collect a little bit for this system. I picked up some games with it. This game has a ridiculous amount of shoot-'em-ups that I can't even start to count. But here's one of the better ones, Lords of Thunder. I picked this one up pretty cheap, and I've been enjoying this a lot. So many good games to play now. I can't even keep count anymore. This is the 4-in-1 disc with Gate of Thunder, Bonk's Adventure, and Bonk's Revenge, and it also has a Bomberman game hidden in there. Soldier Blade, which is one of the older games. It's in a Hue card format. The rest of these games are Hue card, I believe. I'll let you take a look at that. I'll open it up for you. Oh, here's actually Air Zonk in here. It's the Japanese version. It's a really awesome shoot 'em up too. And that's how the Hue cards look, you know. They're that just fell out. Here it is, Soldier Blade. Hue cards, and it's unbelievable the graphics that come out of these things and the sound on just a little tiny card. Like, I don't really understand how the technology works, but it works, and it's really nice. Next up we have Fantasy Zone, which is another Hue card game. Military Madness, which is an awesome Advance Wars type of game. And the reason I'm not showing the back is because there is no back on the American games. I don't know why it's like that, but that's what it is. I'm looking forward to playing this game with some multiplayer. And of course, if you watch Happy Console Gamer or you watch the All Gen Gamers podcast, you know about this game. It's Keith Courage and Alpha Zones. And yeah, I had to pick this one up. It was only $5, and I didn't play it yet, but definitely going to. One more thing to show you, just the controllers. This system also has one controller port, which is a little disappointing, but I went ahead and picked up the Turbo Duo Tap right here, which will let you hook up, you know, up to 5 controllers, and that hooks up into the system. And here's the original Duo R controller right here. It's only a 2-button controller with turbo auto fire buttons, you know, which is really unique to the system. No, I don't think any other system had auto fire options by default, you know. And the controller is perfect for shoot 'em ups, which is pretty much why I bought this system. And finally, I have the Avenue 6, which is a 6-button controller, and it also has 3 auto fire buttons, and it's just better for, you know, fighting games. But yeah, I went through all that pretty quick. I'm not going to show any of the modern pickups because November was a pretty crazy month from modern games. You know, I picked up a lot of 360 and PS3 games, and I don't want to waste your time with that. You know, I like to focus more on the retro stuff. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll try to put up some more videos. You know, I wanted to show my PS1 collection, which I have a pretty big collection. PS2, you know, I collect a lot of RPGs and shooters, you know, basically. So I wanted to show you guys that, and I'll get to it one day. But that's it for now, guys. I'll see you next time.